Hello, I'm Rebecca, and I was treated in 2018 for a brain aneurysm. It was found after screening in 2014, which I insisted upon because I knew, tragically, the brain aneurysms run through my family. Despite half expecting a diagnosis, it was still a shock when told on a cold October Friday evening that I had indeed inherited an unwanted family trait. Very sadly, brain aneurysms killed my grandmother at the young age of 34 and my mum a few days before her 60th birthday. But it wasn't until my uncle died from an aortic aneurysm that my family got together to discuss a possibility that these events might be more than just a coincidence. As a mum of two daughters, I wanted to learn more to protect myself and protect my family. That's why in 2014, I decided to go on a quest and put the pieces of the family puzzle together. I began with research into familial or hereditary brain aneurysms, and then came the visit to my GP with my evidence and suspicion. He was unsure what to do with me, but he referred me on to a genetic counsellor, and I decided to undergo private screening. The brain scans revealed that I too had an aneurysm. This also confirmed my suspicion. It was more than a coincidence. It was a rare genetic condition that now affected 3 generations of the same family. I was given the diagnosis of Familial Brain Aneurysm Syndrome by my neurosurgeon, confirmation that the condition did indeed run through the family line. Clinically, I underwent regular brain scans and regular monitoring of my brain aneurysm until in 2018 it was found to have grown and it was becoming unstable. At that point, I had successful, life-saving brain surgery. My youngest daughter was only 1 at the time. Genetically, there was and still isn't a genetic test for the condition, as the suspected genes likely causing the disease have yet to be confirmed. Timing, though, for once was on my side, and through my local genomics team, I was recruited onto the groundbreaking Genomics England 100,000 Genomes project. Soon after that, I joined its participant panel as a founding member and now sit as its vice chair for rare conditions. The project has offered me many things, but as of today, not a genetic diagnosis. My genome is now in the National Genomics Research Library, and the project continues to offer me hope that one day a researcher will make a breakthrough using my genome and that of the others in the library with my condition. But personally, I was struggling. Like thousands before me with this condition and those with other rare diseases, I felt alone. I knew that there were thousands of other patients just like me, but I had no way of finding them. There was no UK-based patient and research-focused organisation that focused solely on brain aneurysms, let alone familial ones. Conducting my own family research was a hard task. Google searches displayed hundreds of reports and studies, all including bleak statistics and unanswered questions. In those dark days, no one was providing a light. When I was full of fear, there seemed little hope. After my brain surgery, I vowed to change the narrative and to change the journey for other patients and families walking in my shoes. Very quickly, I realised there was a lack of helpful and reliable and balanced information on hereditary brain aneurysms. With support from Beacon and my family, I decided to develop a patient and family-focused organisation, the one that I so desperately needed at the start of my journey. In September 2022, Hereditary Brain Aneurysm, or HBA Support as we call it, was launched. It came from an idea that grew and was built on a passion to change the narrative and support patients and families. We're a not-for-profit organisation, and it was very important to us to start with research. Brain aneurysms are a silent condition and have a devastating impact on people's lives. And currently, research suggests that if a person has a strong family history of brain aneurysms, they are potentially up to 3 times more likely to have the condition themselves. By putting together our own research, we can identify the gaps in care, the gaps in knowledge, and the gaps that we hoped one day to fill. Today, we advocate for empowering patients to make their own choice, knowing that screening isn't right for everyone, and pushing for more awareness of the rare condition clinically too. We are committed to better patient and research partnerships and utilising the latest technology for greater diagnostic analysis and understanding. We've also put together our research framework this year and are busy fundraising to enable us to employ a fundraising manager. With our eyes firmly set on the future, I'm proud that HBA Support continues to be a source of hope, a driving force for change and a beacon of light for individuals and families facing the challenge of hereditary brain aneurysms. As for me, well, my journey still goes on. I will regularly undergo brain scans to ensure that my treated aneurysm is safe and to check if any new aneurysms have developed. We know through research that if you have a strong family history, your risk of getting another is higher, and also being a woman increases the risk too, and of course getting older. This means that my journey will never end. Taking my daily blood thinner is also a daily reminder of the journey I've been on and the precautions I must take on the road ahead. I've learned to accept my rare neurological condition, but it's taken me time to do this. Everyone's journey is different, which is a very obvious and cliche thing to say. I have changed the narrative in my family story. Now we have an aneurysm survivor, not just an aneurysm victim. And that's powerful, and I'm grateful.